Richards down here on the end. Y'all say hello to him. Hello, Jamie.
Hello. How are you?
So we heard a little bit about it during the commercial break there. Rock the boat with our friends at TXRDR who are here today. Thank y'all for coming out.
Yes.
So when you hear about this trip, you can just run over to that table right there and get more information and go ahead and scratch your name down on the list because it is a very short list that is created for this really. I mean, it's not a once-in-a-lifetime deal because this trip happens every year. Matter of fact, it happens 3 times a year. But, man, this is a very unique opportunity for somebody. Let's talk about this trip, Jamie, because you've done this before.
Yeah, this is only the second year, though. Mm-hmm. It's a new deal. Can I get just a little bit more guitar and vocal in my monitor? I don't know where the guy went, but it kind of went down. Anyway, last year I went with Roger Traeger and I, and it was probably the greatest trip I'd ever been on. I hate to say that in front of other people that invite me for things, but nonetheless, we flew to Puerto Vallarta. We got on a yacht. I think it's a 75-foot yacht with a crew of about 4 people that cook for you and bring you whatever you want to drink all day long. And you see, I've probably seen 100 humpback whales. I've never seen a whale before. It's pretty awesome for me.
Did you wet a line at that point?
No, they wouldn't.
Somebody go get the Berkeley Red Wigglers. Looks like they're spawning.
They were schooling, but they wouldn't let me do that. But it was a fantastic trip. It's hard to explain. I mean, that part of the Pacific side of Mexico is so beautiful. It's a whole lot different than the Gulf. Gulf's pretty, but it's a different deal. I don't know.
Right.
Like more mountainous and beautiful scenery. And anyway, this trip, it's really not bad price either. It's got a good price to it, especially and there's only 14 couples, and they cut it off at that.
Right.
So, and Radney Foster and I are going to go together. Radney Foster's, he's had a hit or 2.
I've heard of him, so yeah. Hopefully that'll be.
I thought it was Randy Forster at first, and then I realized that it was not. I don't even know who Randy Forster is. But Radney Foster and I'm looking so forward to it. It's going to be fantastic. It's January 14th through the 19th, I believe. Mm-hmm. And very excited about it. Please check it out. It'll be a trip that you'll remember forever. It's that great.
Well, again, only 14 couples get to go.
Yeah, there's a total of maybe 30 people, 32 people on the boat, and it's just fantastic.
Then you're off the boat, and you I don't want to call it a resort, but you check into the place that you're going to stay at, and as you said, it's primitive, but man, it is so cool to just be bunkered down and hunkered down in a place like that for a couple of days because you really are. I mean, you're there by yourselves for the most part, from what I understand, and it's just peaceful. Very peaceful.
I mean, they don't have the luxuries that maybe some parts on the Gulf side have, but they have. It's Yalapa is the town. All the cabins. I guess what would you call them? Cabins.
Yeah.
Something like. Anyway, they're beautiful. They're all good size. There's plenty of ocean breeze coming through. I mean, It's one of the greatest trips ever. People should check it out, really. I mean, just and find out because I think they'd be impressed with it.
TexasMusic.live is where you can go to find out about the trip. January 14th through the 19th. Jamie Richards, Radney Foster,
and
really,
and we play several shows.
Sure, yeah.
Acoustic shows throughout the trip. You drink tequila that they make there. Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
Keep talking, Timmy.
I don't know what it is, but I drank some of it, and I was singing YMCA a few minutes later.
Well, between that and then hearing that when Roger went, that he had never ate so much lobster in his life, and it was some of the best lobster he ever had. So
they brought everybody out a tray with probably 10 or 15 lobster tails on it, cracked down the middle, already ready just to. It's laying there for you. Yeah. And they char grill it or something. I don't know exactly. He's slobbering over here, but it's fantastic.
It is awesome.
Please check it out.
Yeah. TexasMusic.live. They're sitting right there with us this afternoon. Thank you all for being here. Y'all go over and see them. Ask all the questions you want. Scratch your name down on that list. That'd be a cool Christmas present. Open that up, honey. We're on our way with Jamie Richards and Radney Foster to Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah, it'd be fantastic. You'll love it.
Let's hear an example of what one might hear on that trip.
I'm thinking about doing a secondhand smoke.
Yeah. Jamie Richards on the Texas Red Dirt Road Radio Show.